Yeah, he's on the record.
Like, we're running, right?
We're running. All right.
Yeah, it is on the record.
Let's do the intro then. So, what's up? Welcome to another Low Expectations podcast. And today we're with Maxlord. What's up, Maxlord?
Howdy,
Lord.
y'all. Howdy, Chris.
Hey, nice to meet you, brother.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm fucking here. All right.
I did the same thing to you when I walked in today, actually. Pretty much.
Right, I know. I did the same thing. And then you just got, I'm like, all right, we're doing that.
Well, I mean, you gotta like judge a man off his handshake.
Oh,
Like,
man.
Chris is like, gang, what's up? You're like, sir.
Yeah. I don't really know you.
I do that to people
So-
all the time. Like, just fucking
That's
old
that's the
men.
real way to read the room.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Like, if I get a flimsy handshake,
Usually,
I am running your tab up at the bar. And you ain't gonna do shit about it.
I always used to get offended when I moved to Cali the first like around when I first started living here.
Oh,
People
God.
used to, you do the whole fucking boom boom,
Yeah, the little
but
Cali
when
pound
people
thing.
used to go like that, when you were, I would be like,
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, to do like an underhanded?
no, like
No, like
people
to
would
block
go
it
like,
away.
boom boom, but instead of that, they'd just be like, yeah,
Like,
all
yeah.
right, like something
Whoa,
like that. I would
that's
take it-
disrespectful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And people are like, no, it's just a quick little hat. I'm like, I feel like you don't fuck with me, like like,
Yeah.
but
No, that's a glimmering beacon of disrespect.
that's what I'm saying. That's
Jesus.
see, I wasn't wrong.
They do everything
Maxlord.
backwards and upside down.
Everybody
the
has a
Lord.
different handshake, so it's never, you always have to,
Yeah, but like,
you just have to
I'm not gonna
dominate
give
it.
Canada a pass on this one. Like, I have an ongoing grudge against them my whole life, and that just adds fuel to the fire.
Oh, but what?
Like, oh yeah, we're like pretty much American, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, you still have a fucking queen.
We're going into this.
Like, y'all didn't overthrow shit.
Okay.
Yeah, like, don't try to call yourselves like just like America. Like, we're so fundamentally different. Like, our entire country's existence is just the opposite of Canada. It's like we're just not British.
No.
Going full South Park, blame Canada. I'm
Oh,
with it.
dude, that's like literally my favorite song. And like, I'm like from like an hour and a half from South Park.
Yeah, so you grew up in fucking, not Denver, Aspen?
Aspen, spent a lot of time in Carbondale. It's a good town. It was voted #1 outdoor enthusiast town in the country by Outdoor Magazine.
You, well, one
Lots
thing
of bike.
that I know we always had in common is that, I mean, Steve had in common is that we ride bikes and you used to,
Yeah, I didn't really know you, so I watched some old interview with you from a couple years ago, and you said you were like almost pro mountain bike ride. I was like, oh, that's cool. I
Oh
was
no,
like,
I made it pro downhill for like 3 races, and was just, my body had just been broken so many times. I was like, all right, I made it to a pro race. I'm just retiring.
yeah, me and Chris didn't grow up racing, so we don't have that discipline. Like, you would smoke us, like if we went out riding, you know,
dude,
like.
downhill is just painful. It's like,
Yeah, no, I didn't do none of that. I went
and
down like
BMX is,
handrails.
like scary.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that shit.
It's all different.
It's all
disciplines.
scary.
I thought that was pretty cool though. I did a little. I watched the interview before, and I was like, "Oh, he's from Colorado. He used to ride bike. That's pretty fucking cool."
No, like, I'll dip into in the skate park with the dirt jumper. Like,
did you go to a lot of skate parks?
hell yeah.
'Cause I know there's a lot. There's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
could
Colorado.
like air out of a 9-foot, all that shit.
Really?
I have a picture like
I can't do that.
in flip flops.
Yeah, you definitely can't do
airing out of a
that.
9-foot extension with like the pool tiles and everything, like literally in flip flops, just like
Yeah,
table. And then I might have broken my collarbone that day,
That's that racing.
or I
influence,
might
man.
have made it away unscathed.
And you did that on airing out on a mountain bike?
Yeah, 26-inch,
Yeah, see, I couldn't do that.
but it was a
No.
hardtail.
No. Oh, I mean,
A
that,
what?
that helps.
Hardtail, like
No
no rear
suspension.
Well, front suspension.
Oh, well, okay.
But it's for 4
Gibberish.
cross. But like, big boy 4 cross, not BMX 4 cross.
You know who rides fucking mountain bike insane is fucking, well, I guess probably
There's a lot of people right now.
I guess a lot of people are doing it right now. But
We got a
I
lot
guess
of BMX riders going into the mountain bike
One
world.
people, the
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
I see the most
Actually-
because I follow him is Dylan Stark. He's
Yeah,
doing like
he's
the
nuts.
craziest shit.
Well, there's some guy named like Fabian something. Is from like Austria, I think. And like, cause Red Bull has this new series where they just like race through favelas, like down crazy.
I did see that one of those races. They look nuts. Like
Yeah.
they're going down steps and fucking
Well,
hitting
because that's like
berms.
half the like riding we do, but like now they have a whole like, but like just for fun on like through cities.
I mean, well,
To
yeah,
like practice for mountains.
yeah,
And like
yeah.
jumping off staircases and shit. But like,
I was watching that contest and it looked like you could die doing
Yeah.
some. I was like,
No, that's
how are
what-
through
I think
Italy
I'm-
like this?
I'm like 32 bones and organs in, I think. Not counting like sub bones or
You put your time in.
or like individual ribs.
I don't think I've ever broken any ribs. I've broken some shit. I fell down like this big stair set called El Toro.
Oh, yeah.
I
El
fell
Toro.
short.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always forget about
What do
that.
you mean some stair set? It's like the
Oh, I
most
didn't know. Yeah,
famous
yeah.
staircase in the fucking world.
Yeah, that was like all the skater. When I woke up the next day, all the skaters knew. They were like, "Oh, you tried the 360 El Toro,
Wait, you tried a
dude."
360 El
Yo.
Toro?
Back, I was in
You
jail
did
for
it
like 3
so
months,
early
and I was
on,
like,
too.
"Yo, Z."
First day out. I'm just,
Literally, I was like, "We're going to El
fucking
Toro."
mixtape. I'm just gonna 360 El Toro.
Yes, I was like, "We're going." I haven't rode my bike in 3 months. I don't give a fuck, and
You
we're
are
going.
fucking retarded.
Yes, it was pretty silly. Hey,
What is
it
it?
is
24 stairs?
Nah, it's only like 20, but it's got like an uphill landing.
20.
Yeah.
At the
It's
time,
super
though, I've
harsh.
done like 16 stairs, 17. You know, that was the only big thing
but
I would
that
ever
one,
do.
Like, looks intimidating.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like, how many times has it been on the cover of Thrasher?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
But hey,
Like
I opened the
every
floodgates
2
because once
months?
everyone saw me jump down, they were like, "Oh,
Like,
Steve
people-
did it. All right,
we could do that."
Yeah, well, yeah. Like, he doesn't do that shit. Let's go do it." Someone did it 360 down like a week later.
It's like,
I mean, he had a pretty epic video, though. That was you and
yeah, that's not my only claim to fame, but
No,
yeah,
no,
that's-
I will give you the
that's-
full
no.
credit for that.
Fire Rider, but
idea.
that was like super early on before anyone started.
literally, I was
Yeah.
in jail for 3 months, just being like, "How do we do this? How do we make a statement?"
Man. No, I would say you're the first to do it in my mind.
I know. I was an Apple gift for like a good 2 years because we sold the footage at ESPN, and they
Oh, for real?
something happened where if you typed in BMX, I was like the first thing falling down El Toro. I was like,
that's-
"Oh
Yeah,
shit."
it was pretty.
I
It was
just
a pretty
never
epic
typed
crash.
in BMX.
And then
Yeah, no, I didn't at the time either. I think my girl was trying to send me something funny and was like, "Yo, you're a fucking gift." I was like, "Oh,
dude,
okay."
you're a meme. I gotta. Dump
Yeah,
you.
pretty much. Yeah. We're still together, but yeah.
Oh, glad to hear.
Sorry, I didn't look in your eyes. You like, I looked
wasn't
up.
firm enough.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
checking the handshake, and then he's like, "Oh, motherfucker."
That. It's cool. We're laughing.
But yeah, I don't know too much about you, so I was gonna sit off to the side and just roll blunts and let you guys fucking chop it up about what's been good. The only other thing is I saw that you did was it My Little Pony theme song or something like that? You used to do like EDM, and then you
that's like
did.
kind of no. That's how I like.
Got
I mean,
into-
I started making beats when I was like hurt in between bike race injuries. So like when I was like 14, 15, and then like got an MPC from like weed money I was selling. And
I'm
then,
retarded. What the hell is an NPC?
You know, like the older like beat making machines where it's like you're not using a computer and it's like
just the buttons?
box with like the 16 pads on it.
Okay,
like,
I kinda
Metro's
get-
been using it lately. Like we're just hella like hip hop heads, like into like Mobb Deep, but like Havoc from Mobb Deep because he like produced half their shit other than like Alchemist and like Jay Dilla and MF Doom and all them and Madlib. So
There's some good ones.
how
to
old were
have.
you when you started doing that?
I mean, I got the MPC when I was like 15.
Okay.
But like started fucking around on the computer before that. When like 14. I think when we were 13, I made some like really gay song with my homie Stone at his house.
Were you like
But then my
musically?
homie from Texas moved up and just like made us like get microphones and shit because he was like, I'm gonna be rap.
Did you do shit musically like growing up before, like play instruments or anything? This is shit I actually
well,
don't even know about you for
my
real. So
my dad wouldn't let me. So I had like I lived in Detroit for a while, and like when I was in like elementary school, and like a family friend who had a son my age, like he had a drum kit at his house.
Uh-huh.
I was so jealous. I just wanted to play drums, and then my dad was like, "Fuck that shit." And then I think I was like in saxophone classes in like 5th grade.
I played trombone in 5th grade.
But like, I can't play music for shit. Oh, Jess, what up? No, not today. But, yeah. So like, not really. But like, I always wonder, like, how the like, who are all these people on the back of like records and vinyls and CDs? Like, who the fuck is like a executive producer or writer? Like, who are all these people? Like, how the fuck do you get on the back of one of these?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you get this job?
But I didn't figure that out for another like 15 years.
Yeah. That makes sense.
10, I don't know, 10 years or some shit.
You got the drums to the beat maker.
Yeah, well, just like on like Portishead CDs and shit. I'm like, who are these people?
How did you get from just doing it as a hobby to like where's your first like entry?
Oh, well, speaking of the My Little Pony thing, Because like I had moved down to Denver after almost finishing high school, and was like in the like dubstep scene heavily. Like we threw shows, booked people, brought them over from England with this group called Submission, and this girl Nicole that I worked for, and so like as a hip hop head was like super anti computers for like making beats on, and was like it has to be on MPC, it has to be a sampled record, has to be off vinyl, all that, and then moved down to Denver and just get like swiftly absorbed into the dubstep world. But it was in like 2010, 11, 12 when like it was actually cool.
Was it?
You know what? Who knows? I was young, but it
was popular. A lot of people.
Well, the thing is, I was like in a very like niche area of it, of like actual British cool dubstep, not like, and no hate, but like not like the Skrillex Flux Pavilion type shit. So it was actually like sound system culture, a lot of Jamaican influence, dub influence. Like we did sound clashes, and everyone we booked or listened to or did anything with were all British. That like all half the music was vinyl, dub plates, and it was like a really cool like culture inside of all that, which led to the Skrillex type music like a few years later.
Yeah.
So like half the stuff that like Skrillex is doing now, which I'm like actually really happy about, is he plays that stuff from like 2007, 2008, 2010. And the dude Fortet that he's been like doing all his shows with is like an absolute fucking legend of like old dubstep, like the good shit, and like UK garage and whatnot. Like he's got some of the most like influential like mixtapes from this like Club London did these like Fabric Live. It was called Fabric mixtapes. He had one 59. Jess, who actually just called, he like played some of his songs on there. From when he was like the 90s, when like he was like 16 and making like UK dance music. So it's like a very specific place inside of what became just dubstep.
How long did you do that for? How long was that like last?
Like about 5 years in Denver, and then I moved to England for like a year and some change.
Okay.
What part of England?
London.
Oh, that's
a decent area, Clapham, for like 3 months, and then I ran out of money and moved in with my homies in Bow, E3.
Bow?
In a council estate. Living the local life. I don't know if you heard of the Wiley from out there, but it's like they built a statue of him out there.
Nope.
Yeah, it's the hood.
All right.
Croydon.
We went to England one time, and I went to like London, Nottingham, like a bunch of different places. I didn't really fuck with it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I love how depressing it is.
It did feel kind of depressing.
And like I still skateboarded at the time, so it was still fun. Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to South Bank.
Yeah, no, I chilled at South Bank the whole time, pretty much. I got into a fight at South Bank.
Dude, they've got like fire skate parks out there. They're all really janky, but they're like fun.
I went to this famous place called the PlayStation Park, and that was the only park we went to while we were out there. And I was like hella stoked because it was like in like old Tony Hawk videos
we were
and shit
like
that.
riding Brixton, which is like a giant bowl, but it's all like rollers inside.
I think I know. Yeah, I think I know.
Covered in graffiti. It's where all the Jamaicans are.
I think I know which one.
Like I lived over there for the first few months. That was the spot. But
so how'd you get from that to like rap music?
I got back from England. I was in Colorado for a couple months, and then I came out here to like have a meeting with somebody and like stay at my sister's house for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
because she lived here. And one of my close friends, he went by SPL, but now he goes by Champagne Drip. Fucking incredible producer, DJ. He was like, one of the only homies I had out here. So I like moved into his neighborhood in like Lincoln Heights and like East LA.
Wait, what? How old were you then?
And,
Like, what year was that?
This was like 2014.
Okay.
And you know, I was like running around still like doing like dubstepy stuff with him. But the guys that I ended up living with were like Hush, Wax, Wahib. Wax is like MC Ren's son. Hush is from New York. His dad was like some hip hop producer in the 90s in New York. But he like made like the dance music of the time, but we were also working on like rap tapes with Wax. And then Ash Riser was like part of our crew. Rest in peace. He was the man. BMX boy too, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was. So Sam asked me for a ride up to like a songwriting session he had. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give you a ride. He's like, yeah, like I think you're like into this sort of thing. Like you should like pop up there. And then the engineer at the session had like just broken his leg, and it was like songwriting sessions, and he was like getting up and like hobbling over into the booth to adjust the mic height to the singer going in each time.
Yeah.
Which in a songwriting session, like for pop music, is like every 5 minutes.
Yeah. What's a songwriting session?
So in this case, it was like this DJ White Shadow, he's like one of Lady Gaga's main producers, was tasked with making the music for DJ Pone 3, the gender ambiguous, edgy DJ pony in My Little Pony. So we were like making songs for that.
So just a bunch of writers going in.
So they were doing that, and then I like was like, "Yo, dude, do you like need help?" And you know, had been like trying to learn more and get into like studio stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I went to school for it in England, but I went to class like 3 times. So like I would
Makes
just go skateboarding and DJ and shit. So
Same.
So then Mike Jers, who was that engineer, like I started assisting for him, interning with him, and he taught me how to use Pro Tools, but we're doing like straight pop sessions.
Yeah.
But then I'm like hanging out with Fredo Santana at night when I leave, that I met because of like Lean.
Because you're probably pretty close to him for a while.
Yeah, no, that was he. I mean, he was really like the first, like getting into rap thing. Like I had no idea who he was when I met him.
Yeah.
I walked into my homie Hurt Boy's apartment. Well, now my homie, I didn't know him either. With my roommate Wahib, and like he was just going over there to get lean.
Mm-hmm.
And then we walk in, and I just hear this like terrible music playing from like the back room. And I literally walk in, I'm like, yo, this shit sounds like ass. Like, this is like nails on the chalkboard. Like, this shit sounds terrible. And it was like a record scratch, like, they all turn around like, huh? Well, make it sound better then. I'm like, shit, I'll try. And like sat on the computer on Logic and tweaked with it for like 10 minutes. And they're like, oh shit, that sounds better. Keep doing that. And do its other things. And then I like found out later that night that I shouldn't have lived.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you not intimidated? Like,
I mean, I have a mouth.
Are you just off the lean?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Max, I've seen
No,
Max
I speak
in
my
all the
mind.
important rooms, and he just is not. He's the same everywhere.
Yeah, like I will not.
Yeah.
I will not withhold what you don't want to hear. But like,
That's good. That's a good trait. Obviously.
I don't know. I've gotten beat up over it, but like, yeah, it works out. So then, like, I went at like night, metaphorically, because you know who knows what time music gets made. But like, I would just be taking like what I was learning, doing like My Little Pony pop songs, but like the recording techniques, which are like very complex, and it's like that's like a difficult place to start learning. But I was always very nerdy about the stuff. And like,
Yeah, you're super nerd. You're always very like technical
I would
about.
read manuals about compressors and EQs and old vintage equipment. So like I had knowledge of it, and I like made dubstep shit. Been making beats.
Yeah, I mean, over the years, I spent a lot of time with them. I watched them like build microphones. I just watched you rebuild it the other day, and
I mean, he was checking everything out. He's like, "Oh, you need that cord? I got it in my truck."
Like all the things, all the different. I mean, I always ask him too. I'm always like interested because I was interested in everything. And
I mean, it's all just like electricity. It's signal flow.
Yeah.
Like literally, all a microphone does is just capture air pressure, turn it into an electrical current, and then pass that through a bunch of shit to spit out vocals on a computer or tape or whatever it is.
He's a fucking nerd. He knows all the shit, and I don't know any of that. So I always ask him, and I feel like I learn a lot of shit when I'm with him.
I felt like I was on salvia listening to that.
Yeah.
They can do a lot of shit with electricity.
Yeah, I would get electrocuted.
That's how I got out of live music. Because I was like really involved with, like, I did like set productions and stage managed for concerts and shit.
And you got electrocuted?
Dude, this dude electrocuted the fuck out of me. Like the head dude of the company was like rifling through like all these like bins of cables and crates. Like I guess he like stashed a bag of like coke in there that he was trying to find while running a fucking like Earl Sweatshirt concert. Like it was like a big show too, and he like ran over from the front soundboard. It was like rifling through the shit while I was like trying to plug something in. And I was like, "Don't trip over that kit!" And then
Get the fuck out.
Half my body for the rest of the night, and I was just like, "I'm done with this shit. I'm
how do you deal with getting electrocuted? You just chill, you just
Dude, like
wait.
the right side of my body just numb for like 8 hours.
You didn't think to go to like the hospital? You were just like, this will wear off.
Nah, I mean it's like mountain biking. You just deal with it.
I mean, I feel you.
You're right.
After I fell down on tour, I went to the hospital. They didn't believe that I jumped down. They were like,
"Why would you jump off 24 stairs?"
Yeah, they didn't believe me because I wasn't really fucked up, but my shoulder was kind of fucked up. But
oh no, that's
really.
the first thing you break every time. I broken the
my
shoulder.
shoulder.
I didn't break it. That's why they didn't believe me because they were like, "You're saying
9 because in Thailand, I separated it again.
What?
When I was doing Muay Thai with ski.
Just recently.
Yeah, like for the rolling out over there.
Yeah.
Just out there doing Muay Thai or whatever.
Well, we were in Thailand, so we like went and got like the shorts, like authentic, and the jerseys and shit.
Yeah.
So then Ski and I got back to like the resort everyone was staying at, and then we were just running around trying to kick people in the head, just acting like menaces to society. So,
Yeah, that's always a good time with
when in
swimming with
Thailand,
ski.
I tried to kick Cheyenne like over the head and then like flew up and then came down, landed on my shoulder. And so I guess I was number 9. But shoulder is like the first break on any bike.
I didn't break it, but ever since then, my shoulder, I can always feel it like
AC
weird.
Separation.
Huh?
It was an AC separation.
Probably. They laughed at me. They're like, you didn't jump down. I'm like, I swear to God.
Mine's still out. Mine's
I've done it like 4 times.
yeah. It sucks.
And then the flight back was brutal.
That's where Danny got fucked up too, right?
Yeah, Danny
I'm just thinking about you guys running around
on a scooter, a moped.
I'm just thinking about you guys
And
running
then
around.
he had
kicking
like
people.
cast like this. He had to fly back
he
like
fucked
this.
up.
and
You know
shit.
who I've seen a lot of motorcycle fucking. We've taught a lot of people how to ride motorcycles.
Raspberries and road rashes.
I don't fuck with motorcycles at all.
Well, dirt bikes and shit.
Too
yeah,
many
we've
of my
had to
friends
deal-
got.
You see, that's
on
the thing is like
motorcycles.
I always like dirt bikes concurrently inside of all that. Never had any major shit happen.
We don't got no wood.
Like they're
I would
so
say not.
no, they're just
on metal.
No. See, I used to have like a superstitious problem that I think is part of what got me to stop, like, being able to race. Was I like had this thing in my head where at the top of the course, at the top of a set of jumps, I'd have to like knock on a piece of wood, and it like really fucked with me, and became like a really bad.
There's
habit.
some crazy like conspiracies about like when you're knocking on wood, you're summoning some like fucking spirit. I don't know.
and I'm
It looks
not
some
into all that shit.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to
But I
stop
fell
it.
into it.
Yeah, I do it all the time, and I'm like, fuck, maybe that shit is some devil shit.
No,
You
it
know,
is,
like
bro. It is. It just fucks with your head. So like, yeah, I'm just glad I got out of that. But yeah, I just never knocked on wood about a dirt bike.
Yeah.
all right, so we won't knock on wood. All right,
Just about dirt bikes
all right.
or
Just about
two-wheeled
bikes.
things.
I don't do nothing with the motors.
Like you can still like gamble and like
No. Some people got hurt when we lived in Encino together, and some people got fucking.
Oh,
wrecked.
Herbo almost died.
Herbo.
Sizzle fucked himself.
Sizzle
up.
fucking.
That
Like
shit
what,
was
going up for
hilarious.
jumps or just
No,
riding?
just trying to ride. That like
Herb was
pretty bad because he hit a curb.
No, he hit a dip.
You were there,
doing
right?
65.
Yeah,
on
he
a
had that
Grom.
thing fucking pinned.
Got
On a
flipped
Grom?
over, and then because he couldn't, he figured out how to go fast, but didn't figure out how to slow down.
And you feel like you're.
And I was yelling like, "There's a dip up there!" But I was on a dirt bike, so I was like, "I don't give a fuck about that dip." But I was like screaming at him. Luckily, I had made him against his will strap the helmet on instead of just put it on.
What a
he was like,
friend.
"Man, that shit gay." I'm like, "No, just trust me."
Like you're not nice.
So that was the rule. We had that. I had
he
that rule. Like you
speed
can't ride
wobbles,
if you don't have a
flips
helmet
over
on.
the handlebars, and then gets dragged under the bike for like 40 feet, and
This
walked
shit just
away.
played in my head.
Doing like
Bro, it was
doing
brutal.
like
It was
60,
brutal.
bro. In the middle of the night, we had to have the Suburban come and like
They're like carry. Dude, he was like
lift
it
him
was
up into
brutal.
there, get the
was
bike. The
fucked
bike
up.
was fucked up. We had to pick that and put it up in a fucking Suburban.
Yeah.
Like, and I had to leave him there and ride back to tell people what happened because I was wearing shorts, so I didn't have my phone in my pocket.
Yeah. Nothing without zippers no more. We need
I
zippers on
think
everything.
like Juice is like the only person that didn't get
No,
hurt riding.
Juice came around a corner one time. It was me, Scheme, and Juice were riding. He came around a corner, took it too wide, and it was a right turn, so he hit it on the left side, and he like fucking hit us. He like hit the curb, hit a stop sign, and the bike landed on his ankle. The the
Juice's?
exhaust.
That's what I was
Yeah,
going to say. So it
Oh, yeah,
burned
he
him.
did burn
he
the fuck
burnt
out
the
of his
fuck
ankle.
out of his leg. He burnt the fuck out of his leg, and that was like the worst thing I think he did.
Did he grow up riding bikes, or you guys showed him how to ride bikes?
He knew how to ride like a little bit, but not really. We pretty much showed him how to.
I would say like, other than him probably watching videos.
Yeah, he just knew.
completely.
Sometimes that's all it takes, really. Like you become such a nerd about something, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I got
No, but
this.
it
I
was-
already envisioned
It was tight though, because like he got like so into it, like he just wanted to get good so badly.
he
that-
wanted.
That's
to
what
be good
happens
at
with
riding,
people who
yes.
get
Yeah.
into stuff late too. Like if you start like,
But he was still young, so he
Yeah.
was still able to like learn. Like I'm
Still-
old, man. I'm not trying to learn how to do shit.
yeah,
And he was learning, like the amount, like when he started to, you know what I mean? Like he got so
the
much
first
better.
couple months were slow, but like once he really
He
got
fell.
him,
He
got him
fell
on
a couple
the
times. Where he
clutch.
fucking got the meaty paws. Remember that? He fell at
Well,
the fucking bushes.
that's a
fucking-
rite of passage.
The Sunset
the
Plaza
first
house.
bike we put him on was Casey.
Casey's
his last name?
450.
Lang,
Yeah.
Lang, fuck. Lang.
I don't remember his last name. Yeah, Casey.
Casey's fucking 450 Husky.
Was
That's
it
a
Husky?
big
I
fucking
thought it
bike.
was Yamaha. I don't
how do
two
you know
rows.
the sizes? It's just off the numbers. Like if it's like a 350
A
is smaller than a
450 is
450.
like a big fucking bike,
I mean, I assume since
and
it
it's
says
heavy. It's like so you can get a 500, but it's the same thing as a 450, and that's like the upper end. That's the high end of dirt bike sizes, but it's the size of the motor. But the motor's heavy as shit on a
Yeah.
450.
I mean,
like a 250, you can throw that.
The
thing
450s
around.
rip. The
They
450s rip.
So what are
Like if you're up in the mountains at high altitude, you have to ride a 450, or if it's a two-stroke, you have to ride a 300 because like the altitude eats up all the power.
But we only
like,
pretty much rode on the street. We
the
pretty
people
much
that
just,
ride like
There's some
street.
good trails in Encino.
we went on some trails
They're
a couple
like
times.
hiking trails that
There were
we
hiking
definitely
trails, and we
weren't
weren't
supposed
supposed
to
to
be
ride
on.
the dirt bikes on them for sure. But we were just
And
ripping
you guys
on it.
are having the time of your life.
Oh,
like
did
whatever.
you see that like empty lot we found that they were building on that
At the top of the hill.
to jump off of?
Yeah.
Into like the kind of like a staircase situation where it was like 12 feet down. That shit was fun.
Oh yeah, remember we kept
that,
going
yeah.
back there with Juice.
So you're pretty
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I
it was
mean,
a,
you come
it
from
was a
mountain
road
bikes,
gap.
so that makes
We basically
sense.
did a road gap. It was from a abandoned lot to over the
Yeah, like
fucking
flat
over the
and
downhill,
gravel.
over the
You
curb
guys
into the
never
street.
filmed this?
No, we never
We were
filmed.
riding.
We were just
Time
having
for
too
that
much
shit.
fun
You need to
riding.
strap the
No, but
GoPros on.
that's about like we didn't give a fuck, and that's what.
No, I trust me. I
But
know.
that's what was awesome about like Juice as a person is it just shows like because he never bought a car, he didn't buy shit, like he didn't give a fuck about like actual money stuff. He just like, oh cool, I can go like buy 10 dirt bikes and like learn
Have
how to
fun with
ride
it.
and have fun with my friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and we
sick.
can just ride whenever the fuck we feel like it. Like
Yeah, it's like
4 in
pull
the
out
morning,
of the garage at 4 in the morning.
finish a song, you'd be like, hey, let's go.
Like, oh, Trippy's recording a verse. He just did the same line 65 times. Let's go ride.
That's everybody hates the kid Jake Paul, but when we used to go
Dude,
over
I
his
love
house-
that dude.
Yeah, he's dope. Fucking
Dude, he's so cool.
we used to go over there. They used to kind of just like
Dude,
pull
he
out
has
the
a
bikes
track
for
in the backyard.
Yeah, exactly. They used to just fucking ride around, just like do a little lap and then put the bike away. And I mean, it was. If I had that property, I would love to do that. you know,
my
his
boy
brother
DY
lived next to
from-
us in Encino.
My boy DY
Logan,
from
he lived right around the corner from us.
808 Mafia. He really like after meeting Fredo, like he was doing a tape of Fredo and started coming over and eventually introduced me to Southside and like kind of really started off everything for like jump starting off Fredo from there. And he was over there working with Jake on like his like intro song for his like first boxing match or some shit. So like we're over there recording it, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I have like a dirt bike track out back." I'm like, "Wait, what?" After like already being impressed by his mini ramp out front, like.
By the time I started going over there, I don't know if the mini ramp was there. He had the boxing shit going on.
When I got this tattoo, he was just like randomly at the shop in Miami where the Rolling Loud offices and studios are. I was like, we got tattooed together. He's so cool, man.
Yeah, he's sick.
Internet just, interesting
we used to just go over the crib and nobody would ever bother us. We just go sit in the backyard, smoke.
Dude, his dog is so cool, Paulo.
Yeah.
That's that boy.
Never been there, so I don't know.
It's gone.
I don't know. There was a lot of extra shit, but he turned like his living room into a boxing ring. Like he took that shit serious. Yeah, well, like now we're seeing it. And this was like years ago.
Yeah, when we went over there,
he's been putting in work.
That's what I always tell everyone.
Like 6 years.
When everyone used to talk shit about him, I would be like, to be honest, we used to go sit in his backyard for hours on end. They would go run like fucking miles and miles and come back and then do it again. Like he had his whole camp training with him. You know what I mean? They really did that shit. So
and then he's trying to make music on the side, do everything. Like,
yeah, he does.
But he was so nice. He's so friendly. Like, and then like. In Miami, I was working with the little Tekka for like a month down there. And I walk out the studio and there's a tattoo shop out front. I walk out there and I like go because like, I'd already arranged with this girl, Sarah, who works down there. At the Rolling Loud spot. And like I'm walking to the bed, whatever you call it shit. And then I just hear like, yo, Max, what's up? I turn around, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
The problem child.
I'm like, shit. He's like, oh, I'm down here like training for his fight or whatever. I'm like, shit. We like damn near held hands getting tattoos. It was funny as fuck.
No, he's cool. I know him through my.
So
homie.
I gotta defend him. He's cool.
Yeah, no, yeah. That people, I literally got it. He wore like some of my gear, and I got a message from like a bunch of kids. Like kids would message me, be like, "This is my last straw with Peep Game, dude. I'm sorry, like not Jake Paul." And then he did get me sued by fucking Jesse James, and those kids came back and were like, "I fucking told you, you're fucking with." I was like, he was trying to put my shit on. You know what I mean? Like he didn't do nothing wrong.
Like I'm too lazy to be extra on the internet, or like have like too much like music stuff we're working on that I can't like just.
Shout out Martha.
Show everybody all the time and whatnot. Or like we're just busy and I don't have time to think about it. Kind of like we're dirt biking. I don't care.
Yeah, living in the moment.
He just has like an internet persona that's like just not as holistic as
he's so hateable. Like people just love to hate him. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying.
It goes back to the days where he was like living around the corner where they used to work, and people used to wait outside his house, and people just were like, "Oh, that motherfucker," like it is what he's grown up.
Because then we got to be those obnoxious kids on dirt bikes.
Were you guys terrorizing the neighborhood with that shit?
Our,
we were riding at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, but like people were just over it,
and we had like not California approved exhaust.
No, I put exhaust on everything. I like did everything.
Like those things were loud. But that extra like 4 horsepower or whatever,
it was worth
fucking CCs worth every decibel.
Hey, fuck it. You lived through it, Have those stories forever.
Well, but we wore earplugs. And Juice was like, you wear earplugs under your helmet. Like, yeah, bro. So all the racers do and everything. Like,
you did that. No one else did that.
No, Juice wore.
No, he did not. He wore his headphones.
I got him to put him in like 7 times.
He wore his headphones every single time. He wore his headphones.
Okay, did a lot of times.
Every time.
But I got him to wear in-ears a few times, so it actually...
Yeah, he wore his in-ears.
Make the noise go away. Same thing as earplugs. So... I'm trying to get Ken Carson to start wearing in-ears because he has to like go on big stages and just can't hear himself.
What are in-ears for people that don't know?
In-ear monitors are like the little headphones you see people like when they're like big performances, like hanging in or put in their ears. It's literally a foam, you can get it molded, but it's essentially like a foam earplug that blocks out all the noise. And then you can hear yourself singing and hear the performance and hear the music. Because when you're on a big stage at a festival, in an arena, any concert, there's the time it takes for your voice to get through the wireless microphone to the soundboard, back through everything into the speakers. There's like a few 100 millisecond delay, and you hear everything late. and then you just really can't hear anything at all. So without them, you're like lost.
Yeah.
So like when you see people using headphones in the studio, or a lot of podcasts, you see people wearing headphones, it's because like these microphones don't pick up as much ambient noise.
Yeah.
But like you can't hear yourself. Like, and you like literally get lost. You can't sing along, can't perform. So it's like they're vital. So anytime you like you see any performer right now.
Yeah.
And then you can hear your auto tune if you're using it, like any of that sort of stuff.
No, all right. So auto-tune. I used to sit on the side of the stage and be on the computer doing shit for Juice. What were you doing and shit? And like, how did you do the like live
for
auto-tune and shit
concerts?
for concerts?
I was
Because like not all artists have that. You get to a
Well-
like when I first started touring with Trippy, he didn't have it. Now Igor does it. Like,
Well, and a
you
lot
could-
of people will program it
Yeah.
into a pre-made set. And as you know, like our shit was pretty chaotic where we had a set list, but we would like change songs, throw in an extra, do like not an encore, but like a really long ending randomly where the band would just keep playing, looking around like, do we just keep playing and just keep singing? Do we keep playing and just run it back again? So I essentially had to like DJ the auto-tune. So I had like his microphone going directly into my interface of the mic preamp and into auto-tune, and then ran out to the soundboard to Malachi and then to front of house. And I'll just be like literally riding his vocals, adjusting everything the whole time. If he's going to talk, like switch it off, have the key ready for the next song. So I was like DJing it as we went.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know what the fuck was going to happen on stage, even though it looked organized.
Yeah, because
Like-
Mike P was DJing and you were off to the side doing that.
Yeah,
just
and but
controlling
then we
that.
also had full playback, full band.
Yeah.
So like, you know, Mike would try to keep things organized, but like, just Mike would get on the other microphone like, "Hey, we're gonna do this song instead now." We're like, "What? Fuck it, okay." So then go switch the keys, adjust the amount like until he got used to singing in that key, and then turn it up, and then match it to the actual songs. Recording auto-tune settings, turn it up if you needed it. Like you'd run out of breath, would need less or more. So it was actually fun because it was like literally felt like DJing,
Yeah.
but just like his voice as we went.
Yeah.
So like it was cool, and having a band was like the shit.
Yeah, having a band's really cool. I think it makes
Like his
rap show
live
much better.
performances of, especially all of like the Goodbye and Good Riddance songs, are like so much better than the actual.
Yeah, the
songs.
live. It was amazing with the live band. I say that all the time.
It just brought him to life.
Yeah, I think a lot of
Like,
artists
I
are
hope
starting
we
to
get
do
to
that
make a live
as
album.
I feel like a lot of artists are starting to do that as they get bigger when they start to tour.
Oh, they absolutely are.
Yeah,
And I just really hope we will eventually. We have to do like a live album because we recorded like a fair amount of shows.
yeah.
So like,
Well, that would be fire, honestly.
it would be so fire. And like one of my favorite albums growing up was like The Roots Come Alive,
Yeah,
which was a collection of different dates, but a lot of it was them playing a concert in Philly. And like Jill Scott filled in for Erykah Badu, and it's like a special version of You Got Me that, in my opinion, she did better than Erykah Badu did. And it was just like my favorite album, and it was just like The Roots live.
I don't think I realized that you recorded every performance, or
No, like Malachi and God, what was his fucking name in front of house? I feel
Justin?
like an asshole. No, not Justin. Started with a K. I feel like an asshole. I'll pull up the fucking group chat. So he like Malachi really would just like, you know, record some of the shows.
yeah,
But they weren't always like multi-tracked out, so it's just kind of like the whole thing. So it's like might be kind of hard to mix or like mix and match different performances because like I know I have like one show and it was like that big ass one in Connecticut,
yeah,
and like not all of the songs were like performed like the best that they were performed.
yeah.
Like there was some places like when we were in New Zealand.
New Zealand was
And he like just kept going and going at the end of one of the songs. I like ran back the hook like 4 times. He like freestyled a new verse Like there was just some like special ones that
Yeah.
were just like perfect.
Yeah.
So like I don't know what is or isn't captured, but I mean I don't know. I gotta go up to Malachi and find out someday.
That'd be pretty amazing, honestly.
That'd be fire. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wish everyone could have seen and heard.
Because honestly, one of my favorite albums growing up was a Blink-182 album. It was their like live album they put out.
Dude,
And-
live albums are fire.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Yeah, no, I never really thought about that.
Oh, shout out my.
Yeah, shout out Martha.
These like most delicious Rice Krispie treats I've ever had.
So Max, did she make these because you were coming here, or just she just made them and brought them over?
Oh no, I just got back from Miami. I just got back from Miami. I was there for a couple months, and
Yeah.
She just like came over and gave them to the guys. I think Herbo was over there or something.
Yeah.
And just dropped them off. I think she had like some event. She made too many. And
Fire. I
she
love
just
that.
like drops off scones.
I
and
mean,
shit.
I already ate like fucking 4 brownies and 2 Rice Krispie treats.
Oh,
so
and if
I gotta stop and fucking.
if you live in
say
Los
one on camera.
Angeles, vote no to the Harvard Westlake development of the Weddington Golf Course and Tennis Club.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, well, no.
Well, no, yeah.
What?
For Martha,
For Martha.
because this shit's delicious. I love
It
her.
is
She's the
delicious.
They're probably some of the best Rice Krispie treats I've ever had.
best. Oh, with the fruity
I'll fuck
pebbles
with
in there and no weed,
Yeah, no weed.
No whoop.
like you can just eat them, and they taste like air, but with like sugar in them. Perfect blend of marshmallow. It's crazy. But shit, what have you been up to?
I don't know, doing this, I guess. You got some shit in your beard.
I don't give a fuck. These are
I
delicious.
know
I
you
want
don't.
to keep going. Oh, do you have like water over there? Can I tap
Yeah,
yours?
I got
there's
you.
a bottle.
No,
Sorry.
I want your backwash. No homo.
There's a bottle.
No, I don't want a fresh one. I want the one I had earlier. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
No, what I've been up to nothing.
Well, I don't know because you came over and you're like, telling me I'm gonna do this podcast. It's gonna be
We were supposed to have it at your house originally.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be done at your house originally, and then you were gone.
This is a much nicer venue.
Yeah, it is. But I kind of like the studio idea, like in a studio.
I
you
do
know.
too, but like,
but
on a
this is pretty
balcony,
nice.
There's
Yeah,
probably
balcony.
a nice view behind us.
Yeah, it's probably nice in the sun, the light.
Yeah.
We're all very
We're
familiar
chilling.
with the
We can smoke out
location.
here. Yeah, it's not bad. We're all very.
You said
familiar.
we were like a house or two down. We doing.
I was
Savage
2 houses
Mode with
down in
21
May with
for-
Trippy
in
for a
like
month.
2017. We like with Southside and did Savage Mode down there.
Yep.
Man, that was a
No,
time.
we talk about this all the time that we've been to a million parties in this house over the years. It's
Well,
like
yeah,
2016.
But there was
probably.
parties going on here. We had no idea
You still
what
got
was
shit
going
there.
on over here. We had no idea what was going
Can't
on
help-
over
can't
here.
help- I know.
We were just like, oh, these damn loud ass kids, and
Well,
we're
it
like
used to be
these
like the
loud ass rappers. And we're
Yeah.
like, God, these loud ass kids.
Yeah, there's always people staying here, and there's always fucking different shit. I
But,
feel like it's always going to be the place for years to come. Still, parties and all that
The
shit.
guy,
here.
the guy doesn't mind renting to the influencer groups and shit like that. I think the last group like tore the house up, and they were like, "Why are you still renting to influencers?" And there he was
Probably
like,
only people
Well,
that
now
will
they're
rent
now
it.
they're
Yes,
now,
he
now
said
they're
they pay.
now they're subletting to other influencers like Chris.
No, I'm not.
"We're sponsored. We're sponsored."
But shit, man, because I've like never watched a podcast.
No, so a lot of people
This is
don't.
like my-
They
this
just
is like my
they
first
listen to
time.
them.
Well, my Spotify, like, because Juice and I shared a Spotify account.
Yeah.
They hacked the fuck out of it.
Oh
Yeah, so I haven't had Spotify for like 2 years.
no, I feel that.
Or my Twitter. Don't believe my Twitter. It's not me.
Don't believe it's Twitter.
They actually,
Yeah, no,
they actually hit up Simon, like my manager, asking to get in touch with Steven Victor's people from my Twitter today, not knowing that Simon's my manager because he used to work for Steven Victor.
Why?
Like randomly.
How
today.
do you not to get your Twitter deleted completely?
Republic Records was supposed to get it back.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, they deleted CJ's just because he talked shit to them. And I
Oh,
was
for
like
real?
not willing to negotiate with terrorists. So I just was like,
yeah.
I'll work my ways and try to get it back the legit way.
That sucks that everything fucking that you have gets fucking hacked.
Well, those are like the only two real things. We transferred once, and then we had a meeting with them, Gez and I actually, to get them to implement like real security measures. Because like Universal is like, we can't use WeTransfer anymore. And I was like, no, whoa, the whole music industry is way too lazy to change the way we do shit.
Yeah.
So like got them to do 2-factor, 3-factor authentications and shit and haven't had a problem. since
good.
then. But like just Twitter and Spotify really.
How long?
And
have
I
you
can live without those because I never use Twitter anyways. It's probably how they got it.
I was gonna say, how long have you had the Twitter hacked?
Shit, like a year and some change.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You don't have people at Twitter, like somebody that could reach out to Twitter and be like, dude.
No, we did.
And
We
nobody.
do. Like I have like Republic on it.
Elon's not fucking with it.
Well,
He's like, we just changed the
predates
logo.
Elon, and now there's like no one in the office to fucking deal with it. I never had the attention span to be on there.
Yeah,
so
no,
like,
me
I was
neither.
never even on there.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Twitter.
Like
I'd be talking
I
too
didn't
much.
make a tweet since like 2014.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah.
Like that shit's just like so fast, so much. And then like I get into fucking rabbit holes.
On Twitter?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like,
Yeah.
well, not Twitter's in general. Like my YouTube.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
if I
YouTube.
went to try to watch a podcast, like if I try to go watch this,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
same.
get so deep in like a geopolitical history fucking wormhole of like the collapse of Yugoslavia for like 19 hours.
Yeah.
And like its implications on like current day Kosovo, Serbian, Croat relations in regards to like Slovenia's like politics and shit. Like I don't know, man.
I end up getting stuck in the videos of guys fucking building houses with their bare hands
You
in
know
the
they're
fucking
fake?
dirt. Yeah, you fucking told
Wait,
me
what
last
about
time.
what
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah.
power washer guy?
The power washer ones are good too. I have a friend that actually does that
What, the
as
guy
an
that
actual
works-
job
the
back
guy-
home,
no,
and I
but-
watch his Instagram. And he does it all the time.
Well, because my assistant Tyson, he does like lawns. Like he has a landscaping company out in Detroit, and like, it just reminded me so much of like the pressure washer guy. Just go to people's houses and be like, hey, could I like clean up your walkway and your driveway and like trim your grass to be healthy along the.
There's
Yeah.
a long guy. That
There's a
does the
lawnmower
same
guy,
shit.
too,
Yeah,
does
there's
that
a
shit.
long
And
guy.
it's not satisfying to watch or anything.
Kinda
The guy
is.
is just so
No, but
nice.
it's nice. Yeah, exactly. You're
He's
like,
like
oh,
so
what?
friendly. I'm like, God, I
Smart.
admire you.
It's smart because I don't know how TikTok really works, but I think these people really get like bread. You know what I mean? And they go live at night and they
Dude,
tell.
he gets like 24,000 views per video.
Oh yeah, maybe
been
I'm
at it for
tripping.
years.
On TikTok or just you?
It's on YouTube.
Nah, I'm telling you, these people
I don't
that
have
transfer.
TikTok. I never had it.
That's what I'm saying. These people that were huge on TikTok transferred over to YouTube so they can
No,
start
dude,
making.
this
a
guy's
dollar.
been grinding on YouTube. Like his power
I wish we
washing
knew the name
skills
so he could like send this to him.
are like impressive.
Yeah, no, I fuck with the power washer ones too. But I seen the long guy too. He'd be going around like.
Oh no,
helping
but
the-
wait till you get into like the Yugoslav situation.
Yeah, you're like in a
Like the
deep.
dissolution of like Soviet Union, like
I'm on a
Eastern
different
Communist
side of
bloc
things.
shit.
Like
Oh, man.
I'm in different conspiracies. I can't.
No, those aren't
handle it.
conspiracies. That's just
No, that's what
raw
I'm,
history.
I mean, most of these, yeah, the rabbit holes. I'm saying I go into other rabbit holes, and then I gotta get out of it and be like, oh, I gotta go back to work.
I don't know. I don't believe in conspiracies. I believe in untold
Believe what he's
truths.
talking
Nah, I
about.
feel you. I feel you.
Unbelieved truths.
No, I feel you. Trust me. I went through my whole life not giving a fuck about nothing, and then I realized, oh, everything's fake.
I don't know. My sister put me on Alex Jones when I was like fucking 15. So it was like getting
Alex
me to watch
Jones
that
is a
shit.
psyop.
No. You know who's a real psyop? There's this chick on Instagram, Luhan.
Wuhan.
Yeah, bro. So
We're not fucking
no,
with
she
it.
followed me for some reason out of nowhere, and I don't know why. But she's like in like gun Instagram and like
And you're
military
into that?
Instagram,
Yeah, you're into that.
which like most of what I follow is like gun and like military news updates shit.
Is that new to your life? Is that like
No.
something you've been into forever?
Yeah, no, I'm like a fucking history. Like, I
Alright.
care about that, like geopolitical bullshit. But so speaking of psyops, there's a chick Luhan who literally is like a gamer e-girl who's in the army, in the psychological warfare unit, who's also like a hot like influencer like e-girl
Yeah.
who she was actually featured on like Tucker Carlson like right before they took him off Fox. Like she had like a 5-minute little featurette about her because
Being
she
a
like
psyop or they
about
control
being
her?
a psyop.
Oh, okay.
But then she plays into it, so we don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah, they're smart. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, it doesn't matter because there's so much smart. They already thought about.
But the thing is like recruitment for military is like at an all-time low.
Where? Don't come get me.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is they're coming for me, dude. I almost like I was looking into joining the fucking Florida National Guard last week.
Of course you were.
I'm dead ass serious. I think it's working. And like you can join up until you're 36. Like I got like 5 more years
Let's do it.
to get psyoped by some like
Is that
hot
why you
girl
wanna
that
go?
shoots guns.
Wait, what?
No, I think it's like it's just rubbing off. Like why else would she follow me?
It's working.
Okay, true.
Out of
Okay.
nowhere.
It's working.
See, you're
And
smarter
she
than
followed
me.
me
I didn't.
first.
And you followed her back?
Fuck yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
dude. No, she's up.
The psyop, the
And
Wuhan.
she can shoot.
I can't.
That's Max's
Yeah.
dream girl, honestly.
Yeah. She's in Tennessee too. I love that place. No, I'm moving forward.
Alright, how the fuck did you get involved? Because you're really close with Southside. Like, how'd you get involved with fucking 808 Mafia?
Well, that's what I was
Because you
saying
are
about.
definitely complete opposite of.
Oh yeah, like I'm a white kid that grew up in Aspen.
Yeah.
From like a nice
I
family.
told you I watched that other podcast, so
Yeah.
I feel like I
Talking
already
about
know. I
fucking
didn't want to
psyops
ask
and
all
all
the
this other
already
weird
questions.
shit. And you hang out with fucking.
And then like Fredo's like my best
Exactly.
friend for some reason.
That's what when I heard that on the other podcast, I was like, what? I was like, Fredo Santana was his introduction because I went over
Oh,
to
dude,
Keith's
he's
house.
like the nicest dude ever.
Dude.
Sosa's nice as fuck too.
I was shitting bricks.
But like Fredo would be like get on the phone and like bitch him out when they did something stupid. Like
He
and
was
they
the
would,
real homie.
They would calm the fuck down. Like,
He was the-
Fredo made Sosa start rapping. Like
didn't know that.
Chief Keef wouldn't exist if Fredo didn't tell him to start rapping. So
I had no clue.
yeah, he was really fucking smart. He's a very, 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 very smart dude. He was just really like he would even say like I'm not a rapper. I'm horrible at this shit. It would take us like days to make a song.
I mean, you told him the song sucked.
Well, that was the first time. Then he would tell me like, man, I'm not a rapper. I'm like, dude, like let's just keep going. So, like, I was doing shit with him and that dude Hurt Boy, good friend of mine, and then so he was doing a Fredo Mafia tape, so like 808 Mafia Fredo tape that DY was putting together. So DY is like a 808 Mafia producer.
Okay.
Like one of the like OG guys.
All right.
And so he came over with Fredo, and then we like started working on his tape. So like I was hanging out with DY all the time, and then working with them, and he really bridged the gap from like just doing stuff with Fredo into like everything else that
Like,
that
other
came.
artists and
So
shit.
like he was like, and I had the studio with Mike who I mentioned earlier. It was like private studio in the back of the house in like a converted garage, and he's like, "Oh man, Sizzle gonna love this place." I'm like, "Who?" Like, cause I had no idea who anybody was. I just got back from England. I've been a dubstep DJ for the last fucking 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know
Probably
shit.
why it worked out better. If you already knew these guys,
Yeah,
you'd be
dude,
like
I-
shaking, like,
yeah,
oh, Fredo
I-
Santana. I'm
like,
telling you.
like rap producer like Jay Dilla.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I was,
Type
yeah,
thing.
we were into that
So,
shit too.
So yeah, he's like, yeah, Sizzle gonna love this spot. So then eventually he brings Southside over, who I had no fucking clue who he was. He made like probably 20 something beats, recorded like 14 songs, because like he raps too, that were all
What session?
incredible. Yeah, I want to like
That's
made
crazy.
20 or 30 beats, and then just that were all crazy, and then we recorded 14 songs. Like I was like barely able to keep up, but then he was like, "Hey, all right, I'm gonna be back tomorrow," and then just like kept doing that, but then was like having me like experiment and figure out what I was doing while we were working, so that eventually when we went to work with other people, for him, that like I knew what I was doing, and we were trying to get like Future and Seth Firkins. It was Future's engineer.
I heard on the other podcast too that he was always yelling at you about moving quick. That's something you learned was
Like-
moving quick.
like and moving quick, but
And he yelled at you.
but not sloppy either. Like quick,
Yeah.
but right.
Yeah. You just
And
have to
like
be
yeah,
good.
like I was getting bitched at, yelled at, but then I'm arguing back. We're like fighting all the time.
That's
but-
how you know he's a friend, though.
Yeah, no,
you
dude, that's
can't
my,
argue with
that's
someone.
that's like my brother
Yeah.
forever. Like he's just another one of those people that's just so fucking smart. knows what they're doing, can see something in someone. Always told me, like, and always said to people, like, you know, he'll give anybody a chance, and just to see if they're good. He'll do a song with anybody, young, got not really anything going on yet, and if they're fire, he'll do stuff with them. Like he's very open minded to meeting new talent, new people.
They don't need to have 50,000 followers to do a song with him.
No.
Yeah, that's dope.
But if that one that you just happen to bump into him and be somewhere for is good, like that's like kind of what happened with Juice. Like G Money came out with Herbo when we were doing the Swervo album. They brought Juice with them, who they had just found and signed like a week before that, if that. And like Sizzle's like, shit, he's fine, shit, let's have him do a song. And like did that Slosher song. It was like, we were like, huh, we don't really get it, but it's good. Like we didn't understand it at the time.
Yeah,
like it was good. So.
I didn't understand. I didn't even when late. I was obviously late to everything, and I didn't understand. I was like, these kids,
and then
bro, like,
and Herbo like was trying to do a song with singing on it, so he like wrote the Honestly song from Swervo. I was like, hey, slow folks, go sing this for me, and like he went and sang the hook for him that Herbo wrote, and then because Herbo couldn't sing for shit yet, and then like that the next like week or two that they're staying with us, like we just made a bunch of songs that I still was like, what is this? But it's good. I enjoy doing this. I keep doing this. And like, you know, those are songs that ended up being on Goodbye Good Riddance like a month later, however long later. So.
And where was this? This was at the Silver Lake House, right?
No, this was Zeke, the president of Epic's house that he was letting us work out of over in like Studio City somewhere. So like, but there was really just like an example of like Southside's like open-mindedness to talent, wherever it is, whoever it is, if it's clothes, photographers, rappers, producers, like you have like, you know, that you can try anything once. Say it's like you can try anything once, he'll try anything once, type thing.
Yeah.
And it's something that rubbed off on me, and I think a lot of other people that like are in our group.
Yeah, some people push away their biggest chances because
Yeah,
they're too
it's
cool.
like
Yeah,
too cool, not open-minded, not open to accepting the fact that like other people are good at doing stuff because they care about doing it. Like,
yeah.
you know, everybody cares about doing something, so like they might probably be good at it.
So how did you end up sticking with Juice?
I mean, we like became pretty good friends pretty quickly in those couple weeks that they were staying with us.
Yeah.
Because we like literally were like sharing a twin-sized bed, like sleeping like sideways on it like this when we got a chance to sleep.
Yeah.
And like made a lot of songs in that time too. And like what, that was in like January, February, and then like in March we actually TM88, he just texted me a minute ago. I was up at his house that he had, like we were all working up there with Southside, Wheezy, like Travis was coming over, like we were just doing tons of music over there. But his nephew's best friend, Ken Carson, who was like 14 at the time, was like out there staying with us, just being annoying as fuck at the time. And then like Juice called, and like we were working on Astroworld, like making beats with Travis.
Yeah.
And Juice called, he's like, yo man, like I got my own studio session. Like, I'm like, word, where at? He's like, I think it's called Paramount. I'm like, shit, that's crazy. I'll be right down. So just drove down and then just kind of stayed with him. And then I think he did his his first tour, like kind of small tour.
Yep.
And, you know, I was kind of like, I was with Southside.
Yeah.
And at one point in 2018, he called a couple months later and was like, "Yo, man," like I was in Florida with Southside, and he had just like disappeared. He just has this like disappearing act. He just disappears. So we didn't know where the fuck he was for a couple days. His house was up in the middle of fucking nowhere. We were just stuck, bored as fuck, playing Call of Duty. And Juice calls like, "Hey man, like you should come to Germany with me tomorrow. Like, or meet me out in Germany." Like I'm on like my first European tour. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'm in fucking bumfuck Florida. Let's fucking go." So then I went over there, and we're in Berlin in Kreuzberg. It's like the hipster Silver Lake neighborhood over there, and at like some little studio, and Southside calls like on, and like we use FaceTime, like no phone calls, always FaceTime, everything out in the open. Like you answer a call like this, it's like, what you got going on? so answer FaceTime, and man, he is screaming like, "Axel, where the fuck you at? Man, I'm a fuck. What do you mean you're in fucking Germany, bro? I'm gonna fucking kill you when I see you." Blah. Screaming, and Juice is sitting there like, "What the fuck?" Like, "Hey, bro," he's like, "Juice can't fucking save you." Blah. Like, bro, he was screaming, but like, I'm like, "Bro, where have you been for the last 5 days?" He's like, "Bro, I went to Atlanta to go to the bank." I'm like, "I didn't fucking like. You didn't say anything. I thought you dipped. Like, I don't know. I'm in like, oh, fuck off, right?" So like, Juice like, "Yo, are you gonna die? Like, we can't go back." And like, yeah, Southside has definitely like calmed down and grown up a lot in the last few years. I won't say grown up. He was always like grown up, but like he's definitely like chilled out a bit. And it was just so funny because like Juice really thought that like I was gonna die.
Well, I mean, he has that intense fucking.
Well, no, I mean, I did for a second too.
Yeah. I mean, he's got that like when he talks with so much like fucking intensity. Like, you do feel like I was in the room with like Sheck West and him. And they were just having just a whatever random debate about fucking, I think, house prices in fucking Africa. Honestly, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, in Senegal.
But it was like they were fucking. I remember
that conversation.
I was like, I felt like should I leave the room right now? Like I felt like there was like fucking war about to happen. There was just
like I said, Southside's a very smart man that knows a lot of
they knew what they were talking about
everything. Like I'm a smart ass that knows a lot of random shit. He's a smart ass that knows a lot of random shit, like the home prices in Senegal in certain neighborhoods outside of whatever the fuck the capital city is. Arguing with Sheck West about like how we're not moving to Africa. Like he just knows a lot. Like I don't know. Like half of 808 Mafia, or 3/4 of us are like all born in the same week in February. Like we're all just Aquariuses in the same week, and it's like kind of all think the same. And then like DY and TM and like Trey Pounds are not like the three that like aren't Aquarius.
How long you been part of it?
I mean, shit, that all happened in like, I guess 2015. Wow. So, I mean, I just had no choice really. They just kind of interjected themselves into my life, and I didn't mind. It was like, wow, we're doing like more than one song every 2 days. This is cool. I like this.
And have you worked with like every fucking.
And then I like drank some lean and realized that like Future was God, and you know it's true. Yeah. So I moved back from England. I turned on the radio in like 2013, 14, whatever, and I heard Monster playing on like Shade 45, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, what happened to us going? Jesus. And
you were a dubstep DJ then. So.
Yeah, but then I like listened to it, you know, properly. Eventually, and I was like, Future is God. And I back like so you know, my taste appreciated and evolved.
Yeah.
So like I'm definitely, now that I like know who anybody is, eventually like very appreciative of the timing and placement of all that stuff to happen. whether it's with Fredo, with DY, with Southside, and then Herbo is being around, and then jumping into like Sheck West, different producers, just the time, being in the right time, in the right place, with the right attitude and open-mindedness for so much stuff to happen. I'm just like, definitely,
You work with
feel
the
fortunate
biggest
about it.
artists. What do you work on next? What's coming up? I mean, some of the stuff.
So we spent the last like 30 years, but really the last like 2 months working diligently on like actual 808 Mafia album.
Yeah.
So we were just in Florida for a couple months and like really focusing on dialing that in and kind of like evolving our sound as a group a bit.
Yeah.
Like not like a total genre change or anything, but like definitely evolving.
Yeah.
Like what sounds we do. Like we're being very, instead of just like shitting out a beat really quickly, like going in with intention with a bunch of synths, guitars, microphones, and like playing real cool music to make beats out of, and like intentionally getting people on certain beats,
Yeah.
pairing certain people together intentionally, and have like really actually put together a good body of work that we've definitely talked about since 2015,
That's all right.
but is like really happening now.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
While working on mixing, Party Never Ends. I just came down here I popped in on Offset because we had recorded an album last year, about literally a year ago.
Yeah.
For Offset solo album, which is shaping up to be like incredible, and I'm really proud of him.
Yeah.
Like from an artistic point of view, like artistry, of really digging into his own artistry very well and trying to bring the best out of him that I can, and we same of like kind of developing one's own sound, like with the 808 album. Offset's doing that, and I've because of Southside been close with him since like 2016.
Yeah.
And that I'm really excited for, so that's in its final stages. I just stopped by there to like say what up on the way down here. It's like witnessed him, do a little 3-piece dub on Call of Duty. Proud of him for that.
You play video games with them a lot.
Well, yeah, because he would like make fun of me for being up at his house. Like, bro, why you playing this like gay ass Call of Duty shit, bro? Like, why don't you play 2K like everybody else? I'm like, that shit gay, bro. I'm trying to shoot people. Like, this is way more fun. And like talk shit and search and destroy lobbies. So
You're in there with the headset, yelling at people and
oh
shit?
my god.
I mean, that's
Screaming.
what a lot of times we
Drop the
me
game
and Max
tag.
like when we lived together, Juice would like record, and sometimes he'd just get up and walk out of the room, just go in his room, and we didn't know how long he'd be there. It could be a couple minutes or it could be a couple hours, and then he would just start playing Call of Duty. I'd be like laying there on the couch in a fucking blanket, and he'd just be
Bro, like
you could hear
in
him talking,
between,
like, you could hear him talking to Offset or
in
whoever he's
between
playing with at the
songs,
time,
I would just like
yeah, between songs, he
flip
just
the
boom,
input to
headphones
the
on.
PlayStation.
They start listening to it. He's just on the headphones, just while they're playing.
That's
Just
what
boom,
the-
play it over. Boom,
one-
play it over. Just.
the
But
one
the thing
thing I
is,
was
even
just-
even my assistant that I have, Ison, like I met over Call of Duty,
Yeah,
and like
I like Ison.
he's the best.
Yeah.
Like you find the best people on it. So like we have like our whole clan. So like and it's like a bunch of crazy Indians from the Bay.
Yeah.
Well, no, not Indians, Punjabs from the Bay. One from New York, like a dad in Arizona who like drives a Hellcat and a TRX, but like is the most suburban dude ever. Like just the most like, I think Gina's in there for some reason. Offset, like Big Cardi in there for a while. Like it's just a very eclectic.
Yeah, no,
Clan.
it's cool. I don't play video games.
But
so.
like FaZe is scared of us.
Oh yeah.
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 But then like we like taught Seth how to play. Eventually he was like, oh wait, no, so what's up with this shit? And then eventually, like a year or two after that, got him to start playing, and like then he, you know, he did a streaming deal. We got him into streaming, and then like now all he fucking does is play Call of Duty. All the Migos crew, all of them. We had these like fucking briefcases with screens in them and the PlayStations in them. Anywhere we went, just PlayStation. Everywhere. Like it was really funny to see that whole thing.
That would be something we do all the time too. And I remember Max wanted me to play, and then a lot of times like we
That's a very
pull up somewhere like, oh, go buy Xboxes, whatever, go buy PlayStation.
I mean, shit, Juice was doing that with Switches. I was like, I don't want to play fucking Nintendo. Yeah. I'm not playing Mario Kart. I'm trying to like clap cheeks.
I never got into any of that shit, but
I mean, I did late in life.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of friends that would stay up till like 8, 9 in the morning playing Call of Duty all night, just cursing at little kids.
I'm like 8 months sober right now from Call of Duty, and I'm not happier because of it. I miss my friends. Offset just made me really jealous while I just watched.
Yeah, so what? Wait, why did you quit? You just were like, I had enough for a little bit.
No, I just like, it's like, damn, I need to work. Yeah. But it turns out I work more when I play Call of Duty.
Because you're in front of your computer.
Because I'm not, yeah. And then like now, like I finish a mix or like finish making a beat or working on a song, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna go like grab a beer.
Yeah, that's.
I used to just. No, it's not.
That's being sarcastic.
I literally have more friends from playing Call of Duty than I do from like going out and being social. I think.
Yeah, part of it makes sense.
Well, maybe not like numerically, but like.
Well, you probably make better friends because they can actually talk shit, and you're like, oh, you didn't really get offended.
Oh no, if I can't talk shit with you. I like.
Yeah, no, there's no point.
I'm not gonna.
There's no point.
I mean, even the friends I have, man, just going at it. Like, I'll like I said at the very beginning of this, like I will talk whatever on my mind. I'll talk some shit. And I hope you can fight.
What were we supposed to vote no on? I forgot.
Like, I'm not good at fighting, so like I hope whoever is with me can. That's why I like going out with Chris.
I try to get him to stop fighting.
He yelled at me last week because I told him what a fight I got in.
I was like, dude, you can't.
Dude, he has some of the most insane.
It's gone back for 20 years, man.
No, the recent ones are even just as fucking crazy.
It needs to stop.
Yeah,
nah,
that's all. It just needs to stop.
I enjoy it. I like.
I told my mom
you're gonna bail him out?
She's like, "What's?" I'm like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Something's wrong with me." I'm like,
all right, I'll know to call Maxlord.
No, but you need a crazy motherfucker like Chris on your.
No, I'm not saying not be crazy, but don't be so quick to throw the fist flying.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all it is. Because sometimes when you're in a fighting mood,
but look, what if they swing first?
Then you beat the shit out of them.
No.
Wait, what do you mean? You're gonna shoot him?
No.
I know him. Yeah.
I mean, if we're,
I don't know him, but
you know him enough already.
Yeah.
Hey, that's like a big responsibility, but in other states. So,
all right, we're not.
But like, it's just he finds such good bullshit to get into.
No, the fight he got into the other day, I literally was like, I feel you. Like, I get it.
like the fervor of when some dude tried to like steal his fucking motorcycle. Like, not my fucking motorcycle.
That was warranted. You know what I mean? That was
a good
warranted.
one. I'll let Chris tell that story another day.
I've been trying to get him for a couple pods, but he won't. But yeah, that's warranted.
I mean, he shouldn't.
Yeah. So,
but like as your attorney, I told my story
straight up. I'm good.
Okay.
But.
If you think so. But I know you pay me a lot to advise you, so I just...
I mean, the cops came to that one. I told him what happened straight up. Like, no.
Dude, he like fucking FaceTiming while beating the shit out of this guy for stealing his motorcycle.
Sent me the videos. I was like, oh, word?
Like, Jesus Christ, how do you get into this shit? I'm jealous.
Now,
it sounds fun.
Now we kind of got to tell
Oh,
It reminds me of running around Southside in like 2017. Shit was fun.
Dude,
hit him with a U-Haul.
That's fire. Like, we had to hit a guy with a BMW. Yeah. That was not as cool. U-Haul, way cooler. Like, yeah, way bigger.
We've gotten away with enough, so that's all I'm saying. Just don't go look.
Yeah, we got.
That's all.
That was justified.
Yeah,
and then there's self-defense. Yeah, so when you look for bullshit, that's not good.
It's not looking for bullshit, but it's like, you want to try me?
Oh no,
I got time right now.
I don't got time for that shit. Maybe he does, but like. As long as it's self-defense.
I'm just saying, sometimes it is
or
just
for
like,
a loved one.
I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Oh yeah,
like, you
I
know,
see.
like that. I feel
That's not my lesson to teach.
I told myself, like, right before we started the podcast, I got into a little altercation where I was like, do I do this or do I not? And I was like, I'm going to walk
You know,
away.
that maybe that's New York in you, but I just
The New York in him is to fucking fight.
Yeah, I just can't do a night in jail. I don't need
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got to like know the situation. Like I'm not going to jail for that shit. We got to read the room. Like
The one time I went to England, dude, I fucking got into a fight. Some dude called my homie Fred Durst. And I was like, yo, we gonna get them. Like, and we went outside and waited for them, and I beat the shit out of
we were with fucking ASAP Rocky in Sweden in the fucking green room when the fucking SWAT team came.
You were there?
Bro, we were with him earlier that day, and then fucking we get to the Olympistad, which is like the fucking 1904 Olympic Stadium in fucking Stockholm. Juice does his set, and then Rocky does his, and then at the end of the show, like, a fucking SWAT team comes and fucking takes Rocky away.
That's insane. You saw it?
So that's one of those situations where you just don't engage.
Well, that's
you have to read the room. You're a black man in Sweden. No offense, but like, don't do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
You don't do shit in other countries.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
no,
what I'm saying,
I did some crazy shit in China.
unless
That was
you're
a
in-
long time.
unless
That's
you're in, like,
insane.
Eastern
China was
Europe.
insane. I did some crazy shit in China.
Yeah, like Eastern Europe. I don't know about like Asia. Nah.
Yeah.
Like anywhere that has a kingdom in its name, like Thailand, like Kingdom of Thailand. Like I'm not engaging.
told you I'm
Just
not-
don't do anything stupid. Just be good people. That's all you need to do.
This is not working.
Fighting is bad.
I also got arrested in England, too. I told you that. I got arrested. This shit is...
I got deported from England. That's why I came back here.
Yo, why?
I don't want to. I can't really get into it, but like I went to visit my dear friend Andrew Goldberg. I grew up with, and he was living in Rome at the time. Showed him for the weekend and went back, and they like were pulling up like financial records, all sorts of shit, like trying to prove I was like too poor to be there.
Yeah. When you're
Like,
visiting
all
and you're
sorts of
young like
bullshit.
that, too, yeah.
But
you
I was like
start-
going to school there.
Oh.
And then they were like, "Oh no, you're too poor to be here." And then like
Go back to Colorado.
a couple extras, and then no, they're like just they send you back to where you came from. So they sent me back to Italy.
Oh.
Held me in jail in Gatwick for like a night or two, like I don't know, like 30 hours or some shit, and then was escorted to a plane on like Air Italia by like two like. Because, you know, the airports in London, when we land, or at least at Gatwick, like, they're walking around with, like, MP5s and MP7s and shit.
Oh,
Like,
right,
they don't
right.
play around.
I
Yeah,
haven't
so
been in a long time.
European airports, like, they got fucking guns and, like, SWAT-looking dudes everywhere. So I'm being, like, escorted to the plane by, like, two fucking, like, Call of Duty-looking ass dudes. And then I have two, like, European air marshals sitting on both sides of me. We get back to Italy. And then the like these plainclothed Italian police come grab me off the plane, bring me into the whatever like the office of whatever customs Italian police chick, and she was like, "Why are you here? What the fuck are you doing here?" Like, flipping through paper. This like the fuck is this? I'm like, you tell me. I don't know what the fuck. Like they just sent me back here. She's like, I fucking hate England. I lived there for 10 years. Their food, cardboard, trash,
Yeah, so-
garbage.
and they put
and
mayo
then
on
I'm sitting there
everything.
like, oh my god, I haven't eaten in like
All of a
fucking.
sudden.
I'm like, I haven't eaten since 4 days ago when I was just here, and before that I was like, I've lost 30 pounds. And she's like, 30 pounds? Oh no, you stay in Italy as long as you like. Eat, stay. You're good.
They got the police
Now
cooking
get out of my
pasta.
now get out of my office. And like it was like okay, cool.
So you just stayed in Italy?
I got a flight back to like I flew back for South by Southwest because the dubstep crew I was with was like doing like an event down there. So
My Little Pony.
I was there for a couple more
premiere.
days and then I was pre pony.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like flew to Texas because you know Texas.
I get in trouble. Yeah,
You get in
I
trouble
have-
everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I've gotten in
No,
trouble.
you don't fuck around in Texas.
No, I actually
everyone
did fuck
knows not to
around.
fuck
We
around
went through the
Texas.
fucking border. we were going to this award thing, and
Let me guess, you're going 4 miles over the speed limit.
No, we were going through the border check. We went this Southway, I don't know, but I brought like 2 pounds of weed, and
you just broke every rule of Texas.
yeah, I fucked up.
Or
yeah.
driving through Texas.
But either way, my homies were going through before, and they're like, "You're good, dog. Just bring it through." Like whatever. I'm like, "All right, word." So I double seal it. I put it in my nuts, whatever. Right away, the dog just starts coming to the back window. I'm like, yo. I'm like, it's over with. I'm already planning on like Garrett picking me up and shit on the way back. Either way, so they make us go to the secondary. We get out the car. I get out with no shoes. I go stand right next to the cop, and I just start. I'm like, yeah, bro, we're going to accept this award for the best video of the year. And I just smoozing him up for like 2 minutes. He's like, all right, coast clear. You guys are back. I get back in. I just fucking roll up instantly. I'm like, we did it, dude. Like, we smoked all that weed while we were down there, but
And that's when you hit the cruise control button.
I wasn't driving. I
No,
was
whoever is driving.
no. I had them shitting bricks. I had that. They were like ready. They were like, this motherfucker's got weed on. Like, you know. But I told them, I was like, I'm gonna say, yo, it's me. Like, if you know, it's on me. I'm not gonna make nobody else get in trouble.
I mean that's what you do.
Yeah, I was like, dude.
That's what you do.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. But we got through it. There was like, dude, I was looking up Yelp reviews on the checkpoint. Like, dude, we got pulled over for our grinder. Did a day in jail, blah blah, and all this crazy shit. I wanted to leave a Yelp review and say
Like,
it's possible.
oh, yeah, like-
that's all. Like
Miracles can happen,
because the fucking
Like Texas DPS, so nice.
No, it was nuts, dude. I just walked right up to the dude, like, and I just started fucking yapping, and I was just like, "Yay, we're doing this. We're going to a contest.
Well,
this dude's an X Games gold medal." Like, you know what I mean?
I was in
I
I was in jail in Utah for a week for smelling like weed.
Yeah, I've never been to
Because
Utah.
and I haven't smoked in like 10 years almost. Bro,
You surrounded.
So I was driving home to register my car, and Southside called like, "Hey, before you leave town, like go stop at the Future to drop off beats for Future real quick. You got my computer." I'm like, bro, all right, whatever. So I go to studio for like 45, 50 minutes. drop off like a pack of beats. Bro, I get in the car, hit the road. I'm doing like 10 miles over the speed limit at like the I-70 junction, 115 and 70, like in Utah. Get pulled over. The guy's giving me a ticket, and then he comes back, takes it out of my hand, and says, "You know what? I smell marijuana. You just step out the vehicle." And we're in Utah. I can do that. I'm like, huh? You just gave me the ticket.
You have a California ID?
Fuck no.
Oh.
No, I live in Colorado.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna move to Florida, I think. But I just work there a lot. I mean, like we like travel around so much. Like I said, we were just in Miami for 2 months.
Yeah.
Like to do an album, and like do a Future album. Like we were touring.
I mean, you were
2.5,
clearing shit
3
while you were
years.
waiting to sit on the pod, dude. It seems like you're always doing shit. You got
Yeah,
people
like
blowing up your phone the whole time you're here.
Yeah, like we move around a lot.
Yeah, that's
so
dope. That's
like,
dope.
sorry California, but I just don't like you that much.
All right. Well, last question before we go there, because we're running out of batteries. But
Speaking of sweet, we've been through some shit this week. Yeah, anyways.
party never ends.
Hey, really, the party never ends.
Yeah.
That's Guzman's favorite saying.
Yeah. Doesn't.
Never. But so the table's yours.
I'll just say something because you know that's the one I'm gonna get bombarded with. So
Yeah, I came for some stories.
The Republican Party needs to loosen up on that abortion bullshit because, like, that's the only thing y'all are fucking up. Stop bitching about sending money to Ukraine. We need to end the Cold War. Goddamn. I want to party with Hunter Biden. And vote for Trump. Because fuck it, why not? Let's just see what happens.
He's gonna have us going to war with the aliens. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It won't be a terrestrial war. It'll be like something extra as fuck, not on this planet.
He was the one that started
He's the most peaceful president in American history.
Yeah. He's gonna have us going to war with the aliens.
Yeah, so, vote responsibly. And it starts at a grassroots level. Like, my voting district in Colorado there's only 1,800 people that vote in my town.
They're always waiting on the last 200
So
electoral votes.
my representative, Lauren Boebert, who's like kind of obnoxious, but I kind of fuck with it. I think I was the only person asking that voted for her, and was like interviewed by newspapers and shit. Like brought my family shame like everything, like our social hierarchy status.
He's
like,
in it,
fuck
dude.
that.
He's
So-
I'm not even paying
yeah,
attention.
he's so in it.
She's
I'm like, why is like
no, but she's like 3 weeks ago, she was the first person to bring articles of impeachment against Biden that were voted on and passed,
They're gonna put
and that
Kamala
happened
in.
from grassroots voting. Go out and
Whatever.
vote.
None of this shit
It
matters.
matters. It matters.
Voting doesn't matter. They always wait
It
for
really
the last
does, dude. If you're from a
200
small enough town, like our shit was decided.
Well,
by,
yeah,
like,
the little
15
shit like that. I'm
votes.
talking about presidential shit. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
And now she's working on getting the president impeached.
No, I feel do that. Listen to him. He's way smarter, honestly. I'm not being
History,
sarcastic.
study
I'm not even being
politics.
sarcastic. He is way smarter.
It's
true.
Message, like, just tell the Republicans to fucking chill, so we can win, man. Come on. Make America
Let him
Texas
keep his
again.
guns.
Oh God,
Oh God.
fun.
They're
Make
gonna,
America Texas.
they're gonna have
again.
mad questions in the comments for you guys. You're gonna have to come back at some point.
Shit, I almost wore a cowboy hat.
I want more snacks anyway, so
Snacks are great.
Yeah, shout out Martha again.
Shout
Like,
out
I've been
Martha.
eating
Shout
these
out
Rice
Playboy.
Krispie treats for like 4 days.
Smoke
straight.
shop in downtown LA, actually, for giving us some stuff today.
And
Paperboy LA.
and Glow Gang the weed.
Yeah.
Desto
Like
Dub.
that. Oh, shout out fucking
Sleep.
awful lot of
Drippy.
cough syrup, Desto. I mean, I don't smoke, but if I did,
I mean, we just use those. So.
but I'm really happy for you to go on this very well produced rabbit
Like that?
hole of podcasting.
I thought you'd be proud
Nice.
of how
I'm very proud.
how technical it. I mean, it's a little janky.
we had a
No,
we
this
had
is
a
not
different
janky
guest.
at all.
Well, we got a little, the wires. I know
Bro,
how
this
you
is like
are.
the first time I haven't had to like set up a microphone in a room I walked into.
Yeah,
in
see,
like
hanging around you all that time
8
paid
years.
off. Even
Yeah.
though I did do this. before.
He looked kind of anxious though. He was like, "Yo,
No,
No,
dude,
yeah, you were-
even
you
the
were-
cable management's nice.
That's what you gave me shit about.
No. Well, that was just the power cables needed to be like tucked away. But like it was like A minus.
All right, I'll take it. It's
Yeah.
the best grade I've ever gotten in my life.
Yeah, exactly. It was still an A. Exactly. Yeah. So
All right, I think we're taking up enough time.
How long was
Fuck outta
that?
here. That was like an hour and a half, probably.
sick. 10 minutes longer every episode." Well, nice to meet you, dude. You have a lot of cool. Sorry, I got the Martha's.
I'll eat it out of your hand. They're so good.
All
Fucking
right,
you, dude.
I'm not doing that weird shit.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. Fucking
You remember Tommy Blanco?
I'll just drop a
Yeah.
rank or some shit.
Yeah.
He's Tommy Blanco, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm looking at him the whole time. I think I'm talking to Tommy the whole time. I'm like,
That's that.
I think we're off,
Feels-
I wanna
but
meet
shout out
this guy.
Tommy Blanco. We're out. Just
Well,
do.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
This guy's crazy. I like it.
Watch, subscribe, do all the
He's
shit.
crazy.